Here we are trying to translate words into a mathematical formula or equation. So in part A, we are looking for the number of millimeters, and we know that that will equal 10 times the number of centimeters. So I've highlighted the parts that help us translate this into mathematics. We're told to use m and c as our variables. So the number of millimeters, I'm going to write m, and here it tells me equals, so that's where I'm going to put my equal sign. The language will tell you where to put the equal sign. And then we're looking at 10 times, so that would be 10 and then multiply. So we can put the x, or you can put the little dot. 10 times the number of centimeters, and the number of centimeters is represented with c. So the other ways that you can write this would be m equals 10 dot c or m equals 10c. All three of those stand for multiplication, which is the operation when you see the word times. For part B, we're looking for the total surface area of a cube is 6 times the square of the length of one of the edges. Now here it does not say equals, but the word is will always imply equals. So here the total surface area is A, and we know that is or equals, and here it says 6 times, so I'll do 6 dot, the square of the length of one of its edges. The variable that we need here, we're using e. So we will use e, and square means you raise it to the second power. Now for part C, the volume in gallons of a rectangular container equals 7.48 times the length times the width times the depth. So we have a few things here. We see our equals, and then we have 4.78 times, then another times, and then another times. So we'll say that the volume equals 7.48, and then I'll use the x this time. It doesn't matter if you use the x or the dot or nothing, times the length, times the width, times the depth. Now you'll notice that I used the cursive L there, and I will often do that when I'm writing in my handwriting because my L and the number 1 look almost identical. So I will use a cursive there. So if you need to do that so that you know the difference between your L and your 1, I highly recommend using a cursive L, but do whatever you need to do so that you can go back and understand what you've written.